Okay, our next question is, what usually happened to the people that survived the Holocaust? What happened to their property when they got back home to
They really, a lot of them found that their property had been looted and that they no longer had a home. Somebody else was living in it. My mother and dad went back to Austria for their 50th wedding anniversary. First time they'd been back, and more than 50, well, not 50 years, but more than probably 40 years. And my mother knocked on the door of the last apartment that my grandfather had lived in, and the lady wouldn't let them in. And my mother always felt that all my grandfather's furniture or my parents' furniture was probably in there. Now, whether it was or not, I can't tell you, but that she always had that feeling that, because everything was looted. Now, one of my cousins, her grandfather had owned some homes in Vienna, outside of Vienna, on the Danube, and they actually got their property back years and years later, and she, inherited one of the properties, because of course by that time, her grandparents, weren't alive anymore. So some people did get back things. Some of the survivors, because I'm in charge of the speakers for the Oregon Holocaust Resource Center, and some of the survivors talk about the ones that were in camps going back to their hometowns and finding people just still being horrible to them and not wanting to talk to them and not being able to get their properties back in Poland or Czechoslovakia or wherever they went back to. Yeah. So it was a real problem. We never got back any of the things that we left behind.